Thank you for staying with us, everyone. APGA's 19-year dominance in Anambra State has made a possible victory for opposition parties uncertain. In 2024, the party won all 21 chairmanship and councillorship seats across the state, further solidifying its control at the grassroots level. Likewise, in August 2025, APGA secured victories in both the Anambra South senatorial by-election and the Onitsha North 1 State's constituency by-election. But about 15 candidates are out to end APGA's dominance in the state. One of them is Nweke Christopher Chukwudubem, governorship candidate, Action People's Party, who joins me tonight on the program. Chris Nweke is a legal practitioner and the principal associate of Chris Nweke and Associates. Good evening to you, Mr. Nweke. Thank you very much for joining us on the program.
Yes, good evening.
Thank you. So not much of your information is out there. What do you think India Anambra should know about you tonight?
Come again?
Did you get that question? I said not much of your information is out there. So what do you think your people should know about you tonight?
Okay. Just like you've rightly said, I am Christopher Chukwudubem Nweke, popularly known as Christopher or Chris Nweke.
Right. Let's take a break and I'll be right back. Please stay with us, everyone. Thank you for staying with us, everyone. 15 candidates are out to end APGA's dominance in Anambra State. And one of them is on the program with me tonight, Nweke Christopher Chukwudubem, governorship candidate, Action People's Party. Thank you for staying with us on the program, Mr. Nweke. So, like I said before we went on that break, not much of your information is out there. So I was asking, what do you think India Anambra should know about you?
Well, as you rightly said earlier, I'm a lawyer. I practice law in Anambra State, from Anambra State here. I am the principal associate of Chris Nweke and Associates, Chris Nweke Chambers, here in Oka. I am from a native of Nsugbe. Nsugbe is in Anambra East local government area of Anambra State. In 2017, I contested for the same position of governorship of governor of Anambra State under African People's Party.
So why does a lawyer want to become the governor of Anambra State? What do you hope to change?
Yes, there is a lot to change. Well, we are coming as governor of Anambra State to change the narrative of governance. That is bringing governance or government close to the people, to the common man.
And you know, your party is not one of the major political parties in the country. And Nigerians often believe that candidates from some of these parties and their candidates rather come to waste the time of the electorate and the electoral umpire, INEC. And with some of what we have seen over the years, I mean, you cannot blame anyone with that line of thought. So what makes you different?
I'm sorry you said major political party. I believe the whole political party, all the political parties were registered on the same on the same platform. I believe in equality. All parties are equal to me. I don't know what you mean by major political party. Apart from the party, you talk of the personality or the person or what I have from the Anambra. Like I said, as governor of Anambra State, I'm coming in to change the narrative of governance.
So what is wrong with the current narrative of governance that you hope to change? That's the question.
Yes, it's all over the news. Everybody knows that ranging from the security, which is the primary responsibility or objective of any government, Anambra State is scored very low on the area of security of lives and properties. Job creation, because security, the security challenges is as a result of unemployment. I'm not saying that government will employ everybody, but you create job opportunities. You create employment, you create an enabling environment for foreign investors to come in and partner with the states. But the present government is scored low on that area. And we are coming in to change the narrative by creating enabling environment for people to come and invest in so many areas of governance, in so many areas of development to boost the economy. Once the economy is boosted, everything is stabilized. And that can only be achieved when there is security of life and property. I believe in the saying that no meaningful development or reasonable development can be achieved in an atmosphere of rancor and acrimony.
Yeah. And
when the security of life security of life and property of citizens are threatened, I believe everything is off.
And in my conversation with other candidates, Mr. Wike, I mean, Anambra politics is known for being very intense and competitive. We've seen it with the name calling among some of these candidates. So how have you been able to navigate this political temperature in the state? There have been allegations in past elections of vote buying and intimidation. What has taken center stage since campaign started? Are all parties on the same page to ensure a credible and clean campaign?
Yes, the issue of vote buying has been the order of the day, especially in Anambra State, which is known, or there is this idea of how people see Anambra politics or anything concerning Anambra State. One is one of the things we are coming into checkmate, the vote buying. We will not tolerate it this time. It won't be business as usual. We leave no stone unturned to checkmate the excesses of anybody, be you a major political party or minor political party, to engage in vote buying or any form of rigging. We won't tolerate it. The Anambra people know what they want, and we know that it has broken. And that is why, or what we are coming in to fix. And we will fix it without any fear of equivocation or intimidation whatsoever. We are not threatened by anybody saying that this is a major political party, we have it all. No, that is not what we are facing this time. This is a new thing we are doing, and we are very serious about it, very meticulous. We must get it right in Anambra State. Must.
And I'm sorry if you feel offended when I use the word major. I mean, it's a local parlance. It's something we use here frequently, and I thought you understood what I meant. I'm sorry if you feel offended. But let's talk about the biggest challenge in the states, which is insecurity. What's your assessment of the situation in Anambra State at the moment? 2 days ago, the government berated the Indigo for turning the guns against themselves. I mean, he was saying that the orgies of killings, kidnappings, and heinous crime in the region were perpetrated by the Igbos against themselves. Do you agree with him?
Hopefully, the present government is playing politics with the lives of Anambrarians or indigenous. Security of lives and property is not what you use politics or play politics on. It's a very serious business of the government. The governor is the chief security of the state, and he should be held accountable for any life lost or property damaged. For instance, in Anambra State here, people are being killed and no questions are being asked. The other time it's at Nibo, Oka South local government here. It's in Oka town, Oka South, and it's in maybe my area and Subwe in Onitsha, where people that we are engaged as security personnel, we are busy shooting citizens. Blood are being let anyhow. And you are telling me that I can't agree with such government. I can never.
All right, Mr. Weke, we need to take a break at this moment, and when we return, we'll continue this conversation. And when that conversation continues, we'll continue on our other platforms. Please stay with us, everyone. Thank you for staying with us, everyone. Governorship candidate, Action People's Party, Nweke Christopher Chukudubem, is my guest tonight as we dissect happenings, intrigues ahead of the November 6th governorship election in Anambra State. Mr. Weke, thank you very much for staying with us. So before we went on that break, you said, I wanted to ask, what exactly did you mean when you said the governor is playing politics with the lives of Anambrians? I mean, when allegations of this nature are made, it's important for you to prove it. What exactly did you mean?
A situation where people are shot at Onitsha by security personnel, an indigenous security outfit that was created by the state, and nobody was arrested, nothing was done, virtually nothing was done, and the police is not aware of it. But let me take you out from there, because I want to take you to what I am going to do in the area of security if I'm the governor of Anambra State.
No. Before you go there, I mean, you just made an allegation. You said the governor is playing politics with the lives of Anambrians, and I was asking.
The present government.
The present government. Yes. What exactly did you mean by that? Government. Do you have proof?
I am giving you an example. I'll take an example from what happened in Onitsha.
So, and you think that is enough to say the governor is playing politics with the lives of Anambrians? I mean, sometimes it looks like these words are so easy to say.
When such things happen, that is murder, gruesome murder. That's gruesome murder, and the law must take its course.
All right.
It's not an issue that should be swept under the carpet, or an issue that will be addressed the way it is addressed. People's lives are involved. When people's lives are involved, what do you think? You should be taken serious. Think if you are a victim, or your family or a member of your family is a victim.
All right. You know, I ask some of those questions sometimes because the governor has had to navigate the challenges presented by IPOB and the Nnamdi Kanu situation. Before I come to what you would have done differently, what is your perspective on his handling of these sensitive issues?
Yes, you are talking of I don't know what you mean by the problem was created by IPOB or whatsoever.
Please, it's important to listen to me. Can you hold on, Mr. Weke? Please hold on. It's important for you to listen to me because this is a very sensitive issue. Yes. I said the governor has had to navigate the challenges presented by IPOB and the Nnamdi Kanu situation. I'm asking for your perspective on his handling of these sensitive issues. I hope you got it now.
I got it, but that area you are driving at, I don't know if Nnamdi Kanu is not from Anambra State, and nothing is being done about Nnamdi Kanu in Anambra State.
So what would you have done differently in handling the security issue in Anambra State?
Yes, the security issues, we have cases of non-government kidnapping, and when these citizens are kidnapped, they were being taken to the bush. And those bushes, if I'm the governor of Anambra State, I will just create an enabling environment wherein foreign investors will come in and we use the agriculture to correct or curb the menace of kidnapping and armed robbery. And aside that, you create more jobs, more employment opportunity for the youths. Yeah. Because everybody knows that the insecurity swells up from the side of the youths. And when youths are being engaged, I don't think insecurity will occur.
Mm. Right. And, you know, if we're to look at other sectors, the incumbent or the current administration has reaffirmed his commitment to revolutionizing the state's education sector is promoting a knowledge-based economy driven by technology. There are still few struggles in the education system. There are issues of inadequate infrastructure, overcrowded classrooms, and poor learning materials. How do you plan to address these infrastructural deficits in public schools across the state?
Yes, in my manifesto, I have education as a priority, because with education, the society, the economy will blossom. In the education sectors, like during the former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, all the schools were equipped with modern technologies, wherein every school has, where all the schools were computerized. This is a computer age. And when you go to so many schools in Anambra State now, you see that those infrastructures that were put in place were neglected. We are going to revitalize and make sure they were put in place, because the money that we are invested in that area is near to waste. And if we come in, we take it up from there and make sure that we revamp the educational sector by setting up a modern standard.
I like that you just talked about modernization, because many students in rural areas still face barriers to accessing quality education due to distance. There's a challenge of poor road condition and lack of schools in their localities. Are there initiatives on ground? I mean, you talked about your manifesto. I didn't know you have a manifesto. What initiatives will your administration implement to improve access to education in these underserved areas?
Yes. I don't want to make a omnibus statement, but my government will ensure that we pay visit to virtually all the schools in Anambra State. When you pay visit, like I said, I lived in Anambra State. I was born in Anambra State. I know the problem of Anambrarians. Even in the area of education, as you rightly said, when you visit the school, you have interaction with the students. It's not all about sending equipments, gadgets for them to, and other learning whatever. But then you have to have interaction. I said I will ensure that government or governance is brought closer to the people. And by doing so, you get their heartbeats. So that the students that are involved will not see, hey, this government will not be far from the people.
Okay. So let me ask
like when Peter Obi was the governor, all the senior prefects were in contact with the governor. And you enhance the salary or the remuneration emolument of the teachers. The teachers are the less paid. And it is horrible.
It is. But before we go there, what's the number of out-of-school children in Anambra State?
Statistically, currently now, 30%.
What's 30%?
Over 30% are out of school children in Anambra State.
Where did you get that data from?
When you go to the street, you see children hawking during school hours. The best brains.
Can you hold on, Mr. Eweke? Where did you get that figure from?
The figure?
Yes.
Like before I decided to come for this position, I made thorough search. I conducted search. So I draw the statistics from my personal search. I took my time. Like I said, I know all the nooks and crannies in Anambra State. I've told to all the communities in Anambra State.
But I'm happy to tell you that you're wrong, because it's not even up to 30%. It's just about 2.9%. So you may need to go back and do a proper research. I mean, you want to be governor of Anambra State. These figures are very important for you and to you. So let's talk about teacher quality and training, because, you know, according to reports, these are still some of the major challenges in the state, with some teachers underpaid and not properly trained. What is your plan to improve teacher training, motivation, and, you know, overall quality in Anambra State?
Come again, please.
I took you back to the conversation about teacher training, and I was asking what you would do. I mean, some teachers are still underpaid and or not properly trained. So what is your plan to improve teacher training, motivation, and overall quality in Anambra State?
Education will be the priority of my government if I am elected the governor of Anambra State. And I will ensure that the salaries of the teachers will be increased. And we'll have incentives for the teachers. Like all the teachers, most teachers in Anambra State either live in Onitsha and going to school in Ibariam or Nteje or Nsugbe. You see, at the end of the day, transportation costs will take their salary. I know that all the schools in Anambra State has a vehicle. I'll ensure that the vehicles are in working condition to convert the teachers to their various schools and take them back. Who will take responsibility of that? Who will take the responsibility?
That sounds good. But also, in an increasingly globalized world, you know, I mean, the conversation out there is that there is a need to modernize the curriculum to meet the demands of the 21st century. So what steps would your government take to reform and modernize the education curriculum in Anambra State?
Yes, in the educational sector, we have infrastructural deficits where the schools, the buildings were dilapidated and nobody is doing anything about that. Who will partner with the communities? Like in Anambra State. Anambra State is a state where you see people, patriotic citizens, who are willing to support the government in development. In Anambra State, I've seen a place where an individual tar all the roads in a particular community. People are willing. I've sampled opinion, I've met people, but the people or the government is far away from the people. And we are saying and reiterating that we'll make sure that we'll bring government close to the people. When government is bring close to the people will join hands or force with the government to make sure that the schools, the infrastructures in the school are fixed.
So you didn't get that question, Mr. Enrique. When I asked you about infrastructural deficits, you didn't answer. You were saying, so you were answering another question. Now I'm asking you about modernizing the curriculum to meet the demands of the 21st century. You're not talking about infrastructure deficits.
Okay. Modernizing the what?
I was asking you, what steps will your government take to modernize, to reform the education curriculum in Anambra State? That's the question.
Yes, one, we have we will partner with, there's what we call PPP, private-public partnership. Like when I was addressing the issue of security, our government will create an enabling environment for these people, the foreigners to come and invest in our education system.
Are you there, Mr. Weke?
What?
Okay. All right, that's the answer. All right, you know, I've had a conversation I've had with most of the candidates trying to assist the governor is that of waste management. I mean, I've been to Oka and I've seen things for myself. Oka and Onitsha, for instance, have been battling issues of waste management and poor sanitation for years. So you want to be governor. What specific steps will you take or will your administration take to address this problem? Ms. Naiweke, are you there?
I am there. Sorry,
Yes.
I am there.
Did you get that question? I wanted to talk to you or speak to me about what you would do. I mean, most of you are trying to
have
unseat the
Anambra
governor.
State.
Okay, please go ahead, sir.
We have Anambra State waste management system, ASWAMA. We will revitalize and make sure that the ASWAMA. Hello, are you there?
I'm here. What do you think is wrong with the current structure?
That the agency is working, wherein we'll give contracts to people because it is easy to manage the waste disposal system. You get, our government will partner with contractors to make sure that wastes are disposed appropriately through recycling, because what we call waste is part of what we use to boost the economy. We will create collection centers for wastes that will be restructured.
So you plan to privatize the agency?
Yes, we'll privatize the agency.
So in doing that, how do you plan to also protect the health of residents from sanitation-related diseases?
Sorry?
You just said that you would privatize the agency. And so I'm asking,
not totally privatizing the agency, not totally. We are not privatizing it totally.
So how do you plan to do that? How do you plan to do it?
We'll partner with contractors to manage the waste appropriately. We are not going to privatize it totally.
So government has a stake in it, and then the private sector also has a stake in it.
Yes.
So I was asking, in doing all of this, how then do you plan to also protect the health of residents from sanitation-related diseases?
Yes, like we have areas like in estates where
Mr. Aweke, are you here? Mr. Aweke, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Please go ahead with that question. Please go ahead.
Come again with the question.
How do you plan to protect the residents or the health of residents from sanitation-related diseases like cholera, typhoid, and the rest?
In virtually all the local governments, we have health officers who will ensure that all the environments are being fumigated once in a month, at least once in every month.
But I like that response. So what is your long-term plan to ensure that sanitation in these two major places becomes sustainable and not just a temporary fix?
Yes, we have a long-term plan of managing the environmental sector. One, our government will ensure that the local government environmental system is active, and we give them tax. We monitor them and make sure that the residents partner. The government should partner with the residents
All right, Mr. Wike, let's take another break. And when we return,
who will establish?
kindly hold on. So let's take another break, and when we return, we'll continue this conversation. Thank you for staying with us, Mr. Wike. So, I mean, we talked about waste, the challenge of waste management. So also is the challenge of drainage systems. So how do you intend to address the issue of blocked drainage systems, which I'm sure you know contribute to flooding and the spread of diseases in Anambra State?
Yes, in the area of so a long-term plan for sustainability of the waste management system.
You're going back
we
to
already have an existing agency or agencies that oversees that. Our government will refine their terms of reference or their rule of engagement, like the Ocha Brigade, who will restructure it entirely. Our government will restructure it.
So that was not the question, Mr. Enrique. I was asking about blocked drainage systems.
Block trading. Sorry, I didn't get you.
I was asking about blocked drainage systems.
Blocked drainage system. Yes.
All right.
Blocked drainage system. Drainage system are being blocked because of poor management of waste. Like in the markets, like in the markets, for instance, waste are not being disposed properly, thereby blocking the drainage system. Who will ensure that the agency, Aswama, who will equip them, who will buy modern equipments to clear the drainage systems, especially during rainy season.
Okay. So if that's how you intend to address blocked drainage systems, so what plans do you have for addressing soil erosion in rural communities where many people depend on agriculture for their livelihood?
Yes, rural roads are very important, like agriculture. I believe agriculture is one of the techniques we are using to handle or address the security situation of the states. And our government will do a major work in the agricultural sector by opening rural roads to access the farmlands, and we will engage foreign investors in the area of agriculture to ensure that the bushes where hoodlums took their captors or evils are being perpetrated are being cleared and put in use for agricultural purposes.
All right. In moving on with this conversation, ABGA is incumbent in Anambra State, and you're challenging a party with existing structures and presence. What will be your strategy to, break through in areas where ABGA is strong?
Come again, I hardly hear you. Your voice is, maybe it's from my system.
All right, you didn't get my question. ABGA is incumbent in your state, and you're challenging a party with existing structures and presence. So I'm asking about your strategy. What will be your strategy to break through in areas where ABGA is strong?
Like I said, I live in Anambra State. I know the problem of Anambra State. All my life, I lived in Anambra State. My strategy, one, no political party doesn't have a structure. Our political party has structure. And like I said, I've done it before and I'm doing it again. When I contested in 2017, out of 36 candidates, I made 8th position. How did we do it? We use social media platforms to campaign. We do door-to-door campaign. We visit schools, churches, and so on, just like every other politician, but the message is different. We come with message of hope. An Anambra man is hopeless on the government of the day. And we are coming with message of hope. The difference is the message we have. When you come in contact with my manifesto, you will be best addressed on this issue.
And with the way the 2023 elections played out, the off-cycle elections, the by-election, we've seen increased youth engagement across Nigeria.
I find it difficult
we've seen increased youth engagement across Nigeria in recent elections. Do you think that trend will reflect in Anambra State? Is the political class doing enough to appeal to the youth vote in Anambra State?
I didn't get it clear, please.
I said, I mean, going by how the 2023 elections played out, the off-cycle elections and the by-elections, we've seen increased youth engagement across Nigeria in recent elections. Do you think that trend will reflect in Anambra State? Is the political class doing enough to appeal to the youth vote in Anambra?
Yes, of course.
All right. All right, thank you for speaking with us tonight. Mr. Chris Nweke is a legal practitioner and the principal associate of Chris Nweke is the governorship candidate, Action People's Party. Thank you so much for your time with us on Politics Tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And thank you very much for watching, everyone. That marks the end of today's episode of Politics Tonight. But before we go, let's tell you that views and reactions of our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC News. Meanwhile, you can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode at 12:30 a.m. Get in touch with us on our social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, and X at TVC News NG and at Olajumokedobu using the hashtag Politics Tonight. We're also on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News NG.